Pennsylvania Station, 1910. Demolished in 1963. Erie County Savings Bank, Niagara Street, Buffalo, New York, 1908. It was demolished in 1970 to make room for a shopping mall. Mark Hopkins Mansion, San Francisco, California, 1878. Burned down following the 1906 San Francisco earthquake. Beacon Towers, Sands Point, New York, 1918. Demolished in 1945. The Chicago Federal Building, Chicago, 1905. Demolished in 1965. The Cliff House, San Francisco, California, 1896. Burned down in 1907. The Public Library of Cincinnati, Cincinnati, Ohio, 1874. Demolished in 1955 to make room for a parking garage. The Singer Building, New York, 1908. Demolished in 1968. Detroit City Hall, Detroit, 1871. Demolished in 1961. North Terminal Station, Boston, Massachusetts, 1890s. Demolished in 1927. Hotel Traymore, Atlantic City, New Jersey, 1906. Demolished in 1972. Victorian House, Dubuque, Iowa, April 1940. Demolished in 1956 to make room for a parking lot. Another picture of the Singer Building, New York circa 1913. Young's $1 Million Pier, Atlantic City. 1905. Terminal Station at Canal Street, New Orleans circa 1910. Demolished in 1956. City Hall Post Office, New York State, 1905. Designed by Alfred Mullett, completed in 1880 and demolished in 1939. Keith's Theatre, Philadelphia circa 1907. Demolished in 1971. Hotel Astor, Times Square, New York, 1909. Demolished in 1968. Tombs Prison, New York and Manhattan Criminal Courts Building in November 1907. Demolished in 1941. Hotel Manhattan, 42nd Street, New York circa 1904. Demolished in 1961. Majestic Building, Detroit, 1880 to 1899. Demolished in 1962. The Metropolitan Building, originally known as the Northwestern Guaranty Loan Building. Opened in 1890 and demolished in 1961. Hotel Pontchartrain, Detroit, Michigan, circa 1912. Demolished in 1920s. Etowah County Courthouse, Gadsden, Alabama, December, 1940. Demolished in 1950s. Post Office, 4th Avenue and Smithfield Street, Pittsburgh circa 1904. Demolished in 1966. Wabash Station, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, circa 1905. Demolished in 1954. Tower of City Hall after earthquake and fire, San Francisco, April 1906. Ryan Hotel, St. Paul, Minnesota, circa 1905. Demolished in 1962. The Hollenden, Cleveland, 1900. It was first opened in 1885 and demolished in 1962. Municipal Palace, Cincinnati circa 1907. It was completed in 1885 and demolished in 1936. St. Paul Building, New York, 1901. One of the first structures to be called a skyscraper, the 26-story St. Paul was completed in 1898 and demolished 60 years later. Union Station, Columbus, Ohio, 1910. Built in 1897 and demolished in 1979. Courthouse, Columbus, Ohio, 1907. It was built in 1884, was demolished in January 2012. Metropolitan Methodist Church, C Street, Washington, D.C., 1924. Demolished in 1936. Betts Building, Broad and South Penn Square, Philadelphia circa 1900. Demolished in 1926. Gill Lender Building, New York circa 1900. Completed in 1897, met the wrecking ball in 1910. Masonic Temple, State Street, Chicago, September 11, 1900. Completed in 1892 and demolished in 1939. Garrick Theater, Chicago, 1891. Demolished in 1961.